So let me set the scene for you. It's 10 years ago. I'm sitting in a super crowded elementary cafeteria, and the speaker gets up in front of us parents and says, your child will not have a job if they don't have a STEM degree. Yes, the stress in the room was instant, and a worried parent in the back raises her hand and says, I have a kindergartner. What should I do now? And before I could even think, I turn around and yell, start piano lessons. I'm thinking the people that were pitching the coding camp weren't very happy with me in that moment. But I realized something. Parents don't know what they don't know. And they're only hearing part of the story, and it's stressing them out way too early. Yes, STEM and technical skills matter. But in today's AI-driven world, even a STEM degree is not a guaranteed job. This generation is going to have to invent their pathways. They're going to have to prove how they're better than a computer. That's going to take human skills. Collaboration, creativity, communication, grit. And where's the best place to build those skills? The visual and performing arts. The classes like art, music, dance, and theater. But here's the challenge. The parents in that room aren't going to hear about the benefits of this until they're already in it. By then, it's too late. We are literally preaching to the choir after they join choir. And usually the only people they're hearing from are the teachers or professional artists and musicians. Their stories are really easy to dismiss as having a self-interest. So that's when I really realized it's not just the message, it's who is saying it and when. We need more voices with real stories to help change this narrative. We need the engineer that says that being in the orchestra taught him how to come together with a group for one perfect performance. We need the business leader that says that my best employees have arts experience, or the parent that says that my daughter learned there are no small parts in any project by being in theater. But we have to get in front of these parents early and often. We have to give them the time to be able to build the technical skills and the human skills that are going to make their children resilient, creative, and adaptable. So, you guys are going to have to bear with me. I'm really excited to do this. I'm going to randomly pick one of you to come up here and sing a song. I know, I can feel it. It's kind of like that room 10 years ago. The stress just went woo. But I promise you, there's a method to my madness. What I'm going to do, first of all, now I can see you. But I do want to actually get across to you that if you're nervous right now, you're not alone. 77% of people have a fear of public speaking. Public singing, 99% probably, including myself. But there's a method to my madness. It's a song we all know, and I've got this worked out. So let me try and, I'm going to look and see. Actually, honestly, we don't have enough time. Darn! I know there's a bunch of you that are upset about that. But, the after party, I'll get you. But I do have time to stress that at some point in all of our lives, we are faced with a high-stakes situation where nerves don't excuse you from showing up. A job interview, a client pitch, a presentation for your boss, a TEDx talk where you're thinking, God, it would have been nice if I took some theater classes. But the regular academic classrooms don't have the time or the space to really be able to hone this skill, especially year after year. But in the performing arts, students are practicing discipline. They're learning delayed gratification, teamwork, time management. They're coming together as a group. They're overcoming their nerves. They're most likely overcoming something that happened in the last 24 hours that completely changes the performance, to come together and deliver in one shot. That is real-world skill building. But for some reason, our education systems are going in the other direction. They're asking students to start picking their electives based on careers, some as early as 6th grade. There's a reality that those careers might not even be there by the time they graduate. What this is doing is not only stressing out the students and the parents, but it is pushing the visual and performing arts to the sidelines. In fact, all of well-rounded education. And because these classes are not on standardized tests, they're usually the first ones to get cut. But there is research. There is national research, international. There's research from our own Texas Cultural Trust that states that students that are highly participatory in the arts score significantly higher on standardized tests and college readiness exams. And employers, they are begging for human skills. Even 10 years ago, when I was sitting in that cafeteria, the Conference Board's Ready to Innovate report had already been published. It said 72% of employers rank creativity as one of the top skills that they're looking for. And yet 85% of them said they can't find creative applicants. And now, just go on LinkedIn, Indeed, articles everywhere about the need for human skills. And even the World Economic Forum's Future of Jobs report listed the top 10 core skills needed in 2025. Guess what, y'all? They're almost all human skills. We don't have the time to wait for our education system to come up with new strategies and new courses to try and teach this skill set. We need to move the existing visual and performing arts courses from nice to have to essential for every student in today's world. But how do we do that? I'm one person. So I can tell you that I spent the next 10 years working with my own children, working with their friends and their parents to figure out how to balance high academics with high participation in the arts. And let me be a mom for a second and be happy to say that both of my children got accepted into nationally ranked STEM and business programs when, I'm telling you, the majority, if not almost all, of their electives in middle school and high school were dance and theater. It can be done. But then they graduated. I already knew that I didn't need to be a teacher or a researcher or in the arts industry to be able to make a difference. I just got finished proving it. I just got finished proving that parents and former art students, musicians like myself, we're the bridge between research and real life understanding. But I had no place to plug in. So I decided to own it. I started creating that space. I started pulling together parents and students, both current and former, across all of the disciplines to come together as one voice, to share this data, to share our own stories and our own experiences to basically anybody that will listen. So just imagine this. You're sitting in an elementary performance and a high school parent gets up on the stage and says, "It wasn't too long ago I was sitting in that seat." And let me tell you, what's happening up here is way more than entertainment. It's the beginning of your child's future skill set. Or, I'm an alumni of this school, but being in the high school dance program and in the marching band is what taught me discipline and time management, and that's what got me through med school. That is how we change the narrative. That is how we future-proof the workforce. So here's my challenge to all of you. Whether or not you have arts experience, speak up, show up. Go to their performances, support their fundraisers, talk about what is needed in today's workplace. And if you do have arts experience, whether it is you or your child, shout it from the rooftops. Put it on your social media, put it on your LinkedIn profile. Talk about how this experience shaped who you are today. Because when we come together, not just for our own children, but for every child, we can change the conversation. We can ensure access for all. We can make sure this next generation has the human skills they're going to need to succeed. The skills that help you get over nerves to deliver in one shot. The skills a computer can never replace. Thank you.